Just to clear up some lies. The voting machines Smartmatic and Dominion are competitors. They're completely different companies, and not related to each other or to Venezuela and Chavez. All recounts are done by hand and are physically matching the computer's totals of counted ballots. Even if you still claim computer fraud, the Dominion computers being accused were not even used in the contested states. A few counties and a small amount of votes that were counted by Dominion in Pennsylvania were found to be a majority of votes for Trump. The claim that no one was allowed to see the ballots being counted is also a lie. There was 24-hour streams of the count. Just because Karen and Chad didn't get to see, doesn't mean election officials were not present. Trump's lawyers are claiming fraud in front of press hearings and meetings. However, when it's in a court, they are all changing their tune. It's illegal to have fraudulent claims in a courtroom. And because it is all a hoax, these allegations are being dismissed even before they reach the courtroom. So basically they don't mind lying to the people, but no, they can't lie in court. Yes, we went to bed and woke up and saw a larger vote count for Biden the next day. Well, the majority of mail-in votes were being done at this time, and just because Giuliani didn't stay awake to watch, doesn't mean I didn't. It doesn't mean the press didn't watch. Just because you lost doesn't mean it was fraud. It's how counting works. The more you count, the higher the numbers go. Mail-in and early votes were not counted till after in-person votes. It shouldn't be a surprise that the majority of Democrats voted early and mostly by mail. So the dumping of Biden votes you speak of were from people who voted early, and those taking COVID safety precautions more seriously. Even Miss Cleo was convicted of fraud because no one predicts the future. You can't just predetermine fraud months prior, and then claim your predictions are truth. Especially without evidence. Just like a 5-year-old playing poker by showing everyone his cards. Then when you lose you cry and throw a tantrum. Well, your daddy can't help you this time, and it's about time to grow up. You may be able to cheat at golf. You may think you're allowed to cheat on your taxes. Christians may even praise you and overlook how you paid a porn star, boasted about assaulting women, and even gotten away with cheating on your multiple wives. But you will not cheat our democracy. You will go to jail for tax evasion. You will go to jail for fraud. You will go to jail for treason. Go ahead. Hire people to attend your rally. Hire people to make a fake affidavit. Hire fake witnesses. Hire people to lie for you. There is physical proof of votes. Votes that have been counted by hand are proof. All votes can be tracked back to a person via barcode, and it is extremely hard to forge a ballot. The federal offense jail time for forging just one vote is enough to deter anyone. Which makes these false allegations a huge deal. Yet there is zero evidence of fraud. Zero. And the only proof a dead person voted was one Pennsylvania Republican who tried to register his dead mother. The fraud is coming from those crying wolf. These conspiracy theories are nothing more than lies from an egotistical sore loser. When you don't have proof, you are wasting our time and undermining our election system. So take your opinions and lies and false allegations and take them straight to the Cayman Islands. Take your lies to where you hide your wealth and avoid paying taxes. Take them to your golf course in China, take them anywhere you want. But the one place you won't be taking your rhetoric is back to the White House. You can make any claim you want. Unfortunately for you, and fortunately for democracy and our legal system, there needs to be actual proof when making legal claims. He said, she said, what I told them doesn't count. Go ahead and try to prove to me God exists, or that Bigfoot roams the mountains of Canada. Without physical proof, you are simply telling a fictional narrative. Or simply a liar. Trump has ruined the Republican Party from day one of calling Mexicans rapists and drug dealers. Now he's trying to take the country down with him. You do not represent real hard-working Republicans, and you do not represent the USA. Your companies have all failed. Your marriages have failed. And as an impeached one-term president who lost the popular vote twice, your presidency has also been a failure. By all means, You can continue to fail, but America will not fail with you. Mr. Trump, I recommend you try to read the Constitution you swore to uphold. And I dare you to be humble. For once in your life, try to be humble and have respect for more than just yourself. It's highly doubtful that's ever going to happen. So do us all a favor and pack up your shit, stop golfing, concede with the small dignity you have left, and start a peaceful transition of power before you jeopardize our national safety again. You have the right to contest the election and to keep recounting. Go for it. Keep wasting your followers' money. Keep drilling the GOP budget debt into the ground. #winning. To the supporters who are blindly listening to all the lies, I have to chuckle at your recent protests. Of course you're allowed to, as you're right. Even though you ridiculed all those who have protested in the past. But the funny part is that in most cases it's minorities and small groups of people that feel the need to protest. Well, how's it feel? Sucks, huh? Except when gays and women and black people protest, it's for equal rights. Losing an election is not oppression. If you can't be a good sport, you have no business on the field. You are sore winners and even worse losers. Maybe you're confused how your reality TV star lost an election? Well, the big reason Biden won Arizona like he did was due to how Trump bashed and disrespected the late veteran and Arizona resident Senator John McCain. Trump said he prefers soldiers who isn't a prisoner of war. Then, after downplaying a pandemic that has taken almost 300,000 American lives, individual number one had the audacity to say, if you don't count the lives from blue states. Well, when you have zero remorse for millions of people affected by losing family members, what do you expect? To top it all off, he made false, bogus, narcissistic claims of being second to Lincoln when it came to helping black Americans. Except an overwhelming majority of African Americans voted Joe Biden, and it was the main factor in the outcomes from Georgia and Pennsylvania. Trump spent his career disregarding people with different genes. He mocked a disabled reporter, called immigrants animals, many cases of disrespecting women on their looks, and for a good portion of his real estate career, made it a racist habit to restrict and evict black people from their homes. With all of this, what did you expect? A win? He just figured he could put in his own Supreme Court judges, claim fraud, and expect his judges to just obey to him. Well, baby Donnie, those judges don't belong to you. Those judges belong to the voter, the American people. And just so you're aware, just like the judges, you too are a public servant. In real reality, we decide who gets fired. If you want to be a dictator, go back to The Apprentice, or see if your buddies Kim and Putin will let you move in, just to clear up some lies.